Alright, so this is just really a short video on stacking, and really just to reinforce why we want to attack seams. So just to recap, in the defensive line, what we're looking for is a mixture of forwards with a back, or a mixture of backs with a forward in between. What it tends to do is add in a difference in pace, a difference in movement, and that's really an area where we kind of really want to attack, because we've got more chances of people moving out of position or being a little bit more indisciplined. So that's kind of what we're targeting. So this isn't a set piece move or anything like that. It's just basically playing a white off of a breakdown. So we've got a breakdown over here, or guys in yellow obviously are forwards and reds are back. We've got the 15 tied up and then the 2-3 in there. So what we have is a pod here with the 12 stack, with 12 behind them, and what we're looking at is this 11. 11's going to stack on the 12. So remember, the stacker is somebody just sits behind as an option. And this is just to show you how having somebody here can actually help the play. You'll notice I've got a 1 next to 10 here. That doesn't need to be a 1, it can be absolutely anybody, but really what his job's to do is take pressure off a 10 by running a line. So the 4 has to, sit in that position and not commit onto the 10. I'm not going to run it through just yet. I'm just going to take it through piece by piece, just explain it first, and then we'll just move from here. You can't really see it, but there you go. You can't really see it, but there's an 8 in the line as well there. So we'll just move it through this piece stage by stage. So 9 straight out to 10 isn't enough. 1 just runs a dummy line. That stops the 4. This does not stop a defence coming up. What we can see here is if this defence is fast blitzing, we need to be deep. If we're not deep, we're going to get no success. So we have to have a bit of depth in our attacking line. So it fires it straight to the 7 in the pod, and the pod whips it back to the 12. Things to note here is the 13 starts to see the threat from the 12, and he's starting to come into the line. If he doesn't come into the line, then the 12 could just take the ball here and straighten and attack straight through there, and probably just lift it to the 11 in the pop, and he's straight through. But in this instance, the 13 does come out onto the 12, which is what we're looking for. As soon as he does that, then that brings an 11 into play. Now you can see the 8. The 8's kind of followed the 13, 8, 14 action out here, so there is an actual gap starting to happen here. This is what happens on the seam. You get separation. This is why we want to attack it. So 12 just lifts it to the 11. Now if that 8 had stuck on our 8 here, then that 11 is just straight through. In this case he's coming across into it. But just to add a little bit of interest to it, you can see the 13's kind of went right over his line. He's kind of went really wide there, attracted to 10. So he's just creating that gap there for the 8 just to pop through. Your 9's probably going to go straight across here as another option. 12 probably can come through as another option as well. 10 can come through there as another option, but that's just really how we can float off that. Now, as I said, this stacking isn't a set piece move. It's just literally wingers come off your wing, get involved in a pod, or you can even stack on a 10 depending on what's up there. But what you're looking for is which pod or which group of players has got a seam in front of them and try and stack on them, or stack into that seam and try and attack it. So in real time, it looks like easy as that. So that's just an example as to how it can work. Please, if you've any questions, just ask. You can see again there the pod, when it is whipping the ball back or tipping the back, pull back, they don't really progress up. We're inviting the attack to come up really flat and really fast, because that's going to create a separation. That's going to give these guys a chance to move these guys out the way to create that space in the middle. But we just really need to identify early on where the opportunity is. That can come from the 11 talking to 10, to 12, 12 talking to 10, telling them where the opportunity, where the seam is. 13 can see, anybody can see it. All we have to do is find that area where there's backs and forwards mixed and try and exploit that weakness. Straight through, way dry. Well done guys, cheers.